Hey everyone, it is Tuesday, and that means that I'm on Tumblr. And so I was answering your questions if you use the hashtag KatieFAQ, or if at the beginning of your message you're like, hey dude, here's my question, then I got it and I'm answering it. So I have 6 questions, and at the end, like always, stay tuned, I have my journal topic of the day. And actually this one's kind of exciting, and it will kind of go through our whole week. And I hope that you will share your photos on Twitter. If you're not following me on Twitter, follow me at Katie Morton. Okay. Without further ado, question number 1. And I'm looking over here, as always, because I keep it on my laptop so I don't get confused and forget what the questions are. I have just gone back to school after my GCSEs, and I did really well on them. I'm now starting my A-levels, but I can't cope any longer without getting help. This person has an eating disorder or self-harm. I didn't actually write that in there because I'm bad like that. I worry that they won't take me seriously because I've been doing so well and I don't appear to have any symptoms. Oh, it was eating disorder. Now I'm remembering. How can I get them to take me seriously? To be honest, any therapist or any treatment center isn't going to worry about what kind of grades or if you've been functioning. I have a lot of patients who are high functioning, like able to go to school, able to go to work, but they're exhausted, their body is showing signs of where it's really stressful, they're having anxiety attacks, they're struggling with depression and suicidal thoughts and stuff like that. So they'll be more worried about that. I wouldn't worry at all about getting them to take you seriously. I would just answer honestly on all the assessments they give you and answer their questions as honestly as you can, and you'll get the help that you need and deserve. Now, I know sometimes it can be trickier in the UK and in Europe, but if any of you have gotten treatment, could you leave your comments below letting us know what they ask and if there are any specific things that she needs to know in order to get them to take her seriously and to get the help that she deserves. But I would get on the list. I know there's a lot of waiting lists. I would sign up for therapy, CBT, group, whatever you can get into, and just be honest, and you'll get the help. I take my clients seriously. It doesn't matter how well they're doing in school or anything like that, okay? Question number 2. Is it normal to all of a sudden break down and cry? I sometimes just feel really sad all of a sudden. Is this part of anxiety or depression? I mean, normal, I don't really like using the term normal because anybody who's, I guess, healthy and venting regularly won't have this. So to that end, I guess it's not normal, but a lot of us go through this, and we'll have periods of time where someone will upset us during our day or something bad will happen, and we'll just cry because we're overwhelmed. Like I talk about, and I've talked about in other videos about, like, each day we get a certain number of poker chips. So let's say I wake up and I have 10 poker chips, and this person cuts me off and I almost hit them. I toss out a poker chip because I had to use a lot of my stress tolerance and coping skills to vent and not yell and not go crazy. And every day things are happening, right? And some days, if we aren't really taking care of ourselves and we have depression, we have anxiety, we wake up without any poker chips. And so one thing happens and we're like, whoa, we can't hold it together. And so I kind of call it like the runoff, or where it's run over. Like we're so full of stuff that anything, even things we don't even know are happening, we'll cry all of a sudden. We'll feel really sad, and we'll have these overwhelming waves of emotion. And I would encourage you, I guess my advice for this would be to find ways to vent, whether it's screaming in your car, screaming into a pillow, punching a punching bag, kicking a ball, maybe crying and journaling every night and taking time for yourself, venting to a friend, seeing a therapist. All of those things can help us kind of get the emotions out so that we don't overflow and we don't have that, okay? Question number 3, how do I keep from feeling embarrassed or silly for getting help when my eating disorder / self-harm isn't as bad as it was before? My therapist wants me to see a dietitian and do some extra things, but everything has calmed down since school. It's honestly some of that positive self-talk that we have to do, like talking back to the voice, because as soon as we get in recovery, a lot of times that negative self-talk will start again. It'll just be in a different voice. It'll say things like, you're not sick enough to keep doing this. You're already over this. You should be recovered. What's wrong with you? Why are you taking so long? And blah, 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 blah. But we have to talk back to it. And the easiest thing with this scenario that I would do is say, well, if my therapist still thinks that I need more help, I must, and I must not be able to see it. So I'm going to trust my treatment team, and I'm going to do what she's asking. But if the voice keeps going on, do a negative and positive. I'm drawing lines like I'm on a piece of paper like this. And on this side, we would put like negative things that it says, like you're so ridiculous and stupid for thinking you need more help. And then over here we talk back to it, right? So we'll say, no, I'm not. I'm getting the help that my therapist says I need. And then if it keeps going, we keep talking back, and that will turn it around. And I know it's hard and we won't believe it all at first, all the positive things, we won't believe them right away. But you will start to, and it'll start to change that. And so that doesn't happen anymore. But I'm proud of you for getting help, and keep doing what your therapist and everybody's saying. And it'll get better one step at a time, right? Number 4, if you want to readmit yourself into inpatient treatment, but your parents won't let you, what can you do about it? Can my parents prevent me from getting treatment? Technically, no. It's actually, it depends on your age a lot of the time, but if you're over 12 years old, and I'm speaking in the states, obviously, because those are the laws and the rules that I know the best. If you're over 12, you have the right to admit yourself with or without parental consent. Some treatment centers, however, will not take you if your parents don't consent. The ones that I worked at, one would allow you to if you had fair reason, like I feel like I need more help and I have my insurance card and I want to get treatment. They just don't believe that I'm sick or whatever. We'd take clients like that. The other one of the other ones I worked at wouldn't, and we had to have parental consent. That was at a hospital. Hospitals tend to be a little bit more rigid than regular treatment centers because a lot of those are private and they can have their own kind of rules and things like that. But they can't technically stop you from getting help, although it's a lot easier if they will just sign off on it. But I would just keep pushing forward. I would make some appointments for intakes and I would get the ball rolling, and then I would ask them and say, I really need help and that's why I'm doing all of this. Can you please, like whichever parent you think you're closest to and understands the most, can you please just come with me and just sign the consent form because I don't want this to get any worse. And I really can't see a parent saying no at that point. So keep me posted, and I'm really proud of you for reaching out. Number 5. Can a therapist sometimes see through their clients' lies? I sometimes get scared and don't want to share the whole truth with mine, and I feel like I just need someone to call me on my BS. It depends on the therapist. I do, because usually your tells, a tell, for any of you who play poker, which I actually don't even play poker, I don't know why I'm using that term, but a tell is what you can see on someone's face or in their body language. It tells you that they're lying, which in poker it's like if they're bluffing, they shift in their seat or they fidget. Usually that's what gives my clients away, the shifting their seat, the lack of eye contact, the fidgeting, and I'll call them on it. So I would actually bring this up with your therapist. If you think you can do that, I know you're saying it's hard and sometimes you feel like you don't want to tell the whole truth. If you could just say to her, hey, sometimes I get nervous and I don't want to tell the whole truth, and can you just do your best to call me on it when you think I'm lying? I don't know if you'll be able to do that, but honestly, if she's not able to tell and you're not feeling comfortable with her, the second option to me is maybe we should find you someone else you feel more comfortable with and you don't mind sharing the whole truth and you feel like she will call you out. Because there's different types of therapists. I think of myself, honestly, as kind of a tough love therapist where I'm soft, but I'm not going to let you lie to me all day, every day. So I'm going to call you out and I'm going to say, hey, is there some reason that you're not telling me? Stuff like that. And some therapists may not be tough love like that. So maybe we need to find you someone who is. So that's just my thoughts on that. And the last question, question number 6, and I think I'm getting through these more quickly. Look at me go. How seriously does taking your own life have to be before you seek out help for it? Like the quick thought of giving up doesn't count, right? Quick answer, no. Just a lot of people, when we're depressed or we're struggling, will have those quick thoughts where we're like, oh, I just can't take my life anymore. I just wish it was over, right? And we'll have those kinds of thoughts. When I think you need to start seeking help is when you're starting to put together a plan or you're starting to think about how you would do it. If you start thinking about the specifics, so much so that you're maybe writing things down or planning in your brain, please, please, please call the hotline, call a therapist, take yourself to the emergency room, anything to get yourself some help. And please watch my suicide prevention videos. I have a bunch of different ones, from creating a prevention plan to I believe just like the statistics and what suicide is. It's like Suicide 101. I have a bunch of different videos on it, a lot about prevention and creating a plan. So please check those out and please create a plan, even if you have those fleeting thoughts, because we'd rather be prepared than not prepared, right? Okay, drum roll. Today's journal topic is, and I just thought this was something that we could all benefit from, and it's something that I will participate in as well. each day this week, let's write down 3 things that we're grateful for. These can be small things, like I'm grateful that I found a parking spot right up front at the grocery store. Or I found my friend was so nice and they called me and invited me out for, to go to a movie or whatever. Any kind of thing. I got up and I wasn't tired or whatever it is. I want you to write down 3 a day. 3. And then I want you to do it all the way until Sunday, and then let's do something artistic. So whether we write them up on just a Post-it note, if that works for you. If you want to put it together and put it in your recovery journal, I think you should do that. Any way that we can post it, put it up, and make sure that we see it, or it's something we can go through and see every day so we can be reminded of all the wonderful things that are happening in our life. Because some days will be shitty, and some days we'll feel really down, but that doesn't mean that it's all lost, right? We have a lot of great things going on for us. I have a roof over my head. I have clothes on my back. I have all of you wonderful people. We all have one another, right? That's a pretty good start. I have a car that works. Those are great things to be grateful for. So let's remind ourselves each day this week and keep working towards a healthy mind and a healthy body. I will see you all tomorrow, and tomorrow is Wednesday. I'll be on the website and on YouTube, so ask your questions. Use the hashtag. I love you. I'll see you then. Bye.